please, right now, all your energy, give it up for Joe List.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Oh my God, thanks. This is very nice. It almost feels like too much clapping. Makes me feel like I have like, cancer or something. Like I just announced I'll be dead soon. You guys are like... Now I feel like I made it weird. I should have just been like, thank you. I fucked up. Could you guys come see me at Town Hall? I haven't sold any tickets. November 9th. People keep coming to this show. I don't know. I'm a bad businessman. I keep coming to Grove 34. And I'm doing fucking Carnegie Hall, and I've sold 11 tickets. I made it Carnegie Hall because that sounds cooler than Town Hall. Town Hall doesn't sound like anything, right? Yeah, you're shaking your head. No one's ever heard of Town Hall. It makes it sound like I'm gonna give a speech. Like I'm like, here, I say we, no more homework. The subways should have TVs. But it's a real venue, Town Hall. We should have done a smaller theater. My agent was, and then this is the thing about show business. I'm going to give you a little peek behind the curtain. Your agent calls you and goes, we're going for it, Town Hall, November 9th, congrats. And then they like pop champagne. They're like, you made it, but nobody's bought a ticket yet. Like anybody can do that. You can do Town Hall if you wanted to. You just got to put money up first. And then you lose all of the money because nobody comes. Will you guys come? Come. You'll come. Yeah, right? November 9th? Town Hall. It's in New York City. This lady just said, where is it? I'm telling you. Nobody knows. Cross streets. I don't even know. I don't know. It's in Midtown. It's Town Hall. I don't know. Somebody look it up. It's like 43rd and 7th or something like that. Or no, it's 40... Once you get the ticket, it'll say where it is. It's like, you don't have to know off the top of your head. I don't know. Midtown. It's in Midtown. You can make it. You'll be there. Come on. I haven't sold I've sold like 600 tickets, which is a lot of tickets. It seats 48,000 people. It's a very big town hall. It's one of the biggest town halls. No. But seriously, I've sold 500 tickets and it seats 1,400. I gotta sell 900. Will all 900 of you come to Town Hall? Please, for the love of Christ. It's in Midtown. It's a women's rights venue. Does anyone know about Town Hall? Have you heard of this fucking place? Why hasn't anybody heard of this? You know about it? Yeah.
I've been there.
You've been there, right? Who'd you see?
Carole King.
Carole King. Me and Carole King. It's fucking legend. Oh. My agent, he swung too big. He swung for the fences. I'm a butt the guy over. You know what I mean? I can't hit it to the fences. Baseball is what I'm referring to right now. It's a great sport. It's October. Anyways, it would be great if you guys could come. I'm glad you're supporting small businesses, but support big fucking giant theaters. Carole King, that's cool. Tapestry.
And I saw David Spade there, but I didn't.
And David Spade.
He was there last year.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's good. Was it full? Pretty full?
Pretty full.
How'd you hear about it? Like, what made you go? 'Cause I gotta do whatever method. I gotta get on SNL for like 5 years, 20 years ago. 20, 40, I'm old. You guys do that? Who's old? You look kind of oldish. Do you ever like, I'm like, yeah, David Spade on SNL 20 years ago. The people are like, he was on 35 years ago. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. You guys ever have that? Some of you are young, I guess. Is that a Siskel and Ebert shirt?
It is, yes.
Oh, nice. That would have got a bigger pop, but I think you guys are too young. See, that's a show where they would review movies, and at the end they would give it a thumbs up. And then I said, and then I gave a thumbs up. Folks, this is coming right out of the gates with gold. Town Hall. Who's got tickets to Town Hall already? Huh? You already do? No, you don't. No, you don't. Town Hall, though, it started as like a women's rights place. Did you know
That
that?
I don't know.
You don't know anything about that?
I should know.
Oh. Well, women, I don't know if you know this, but women weren't really allowed to participate in the society, the culture, because they're dumber than men. Just kidding. I mean, that is actually why. They were wrong, but that is why they were like, we can't have these women participate, and then they built a hall for women to be like, we should be part of this. Something like that. I'm paraphrasing, obviously, but that's what it started as, and now musicians play there, and me on November 9th. Dan Soder on November 8th. That's not helping my cause. Do you know Soder? You don't know. No, yeah, oh, you do. Okay, everyone got. I was hoping half of you were like, not really, no, and I would have been like, yeah. No, he's wonderful. He used to work for Guinness, and you're wearing a Guinness shirt. This is all coming together, right? You'll be there.
I will. I definitely will be.
November 9th. You got your tickets?
Not yet, but I'm easily convinced.
That's good because you sound so sexy. Easily convinced. Where are you from? That was hot.
I'm from Maryland.
What? Why did you say Maryland like you were from Ireland? I'm from Maryland. I'm like, do you have a speech impediment where you put M's in front of I's? I'm from Ireland. Ireland? No, Maryland. But you have an accent, right? Am I crazy?
I kind of slur my words here. I was scared to pronounce the Y in Maryland.
Oh, so wait, you don't have an accent at all?
People always try to guess where my accent's from, and I think I just watched too much TV as a child, so it's just like an amalgamash of...
This is crazy. You sounded like a totally different person. Did you guys hear that? Am I crazy? Didn't you sound exotic and sexy a second ago? I thought you were like, I'm easily convinced. And then I was like, where are you from? And you're like, Ireland. And then I'm like, Maryland? You're like, yeah, I grew up in Maryland in the, out on Route 95, right there. Right by BWI. That's cool. Wow. Well, you look sexy though. What's your ethnicity or whatever, nationality, whatever people fucking say?
So I'm Irish, Italian, Filipino.
Ah, see, I knew there was something cool. That's neat. I'm Irish, but not Filipino or Italian. Is that what you said? Nice. Hey. Hey. I got a little dick in the Philippines. I couldn't think of a stereotype for Filipinos. Small dick, and I like Italian food, and Philippines. I got nothing for the Philippines. I don't know. Oh, Joe Coy, he's Filipino, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge.
Oh, yeah. Mom loves him.
I bet he could do Town Hall. Or, Madison Square Garden, whatever. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. This lady's like, yeah. Way bigger than Town Hall. I get it. He's very successful. All right, why don't I do jokes? Because right now you guys probably aren't sold on coming to see me. You're like, is this the whole show? Who's on your shirt?
Don Francisco.
Don Francisco. Nice. Who's, I know, but for the people that don't know, who's Don Francisco?
He's the host of Sábado Gigante. He had like the lady.
Oh. Is that in Maryland? I like my balls played with. You guys like your balls played with? Fellas, balls? Yeah? Yeah, you love it? What happened? Did something happen? You missed it. This guy went like this. I feel like there must be a story here. I've never seen that in my life. I'm like, you like your balls? The guy's like, oh, dude. This guy. Did somebody rip your balls off or something? What happened? Too traumatic? Oh, nothing too traumatic. Did you get testicular torsion? You farted in a girl's mouth? When you say not too traumatic, you mean for yourself. If I was anywhere near a man's balls and he farted in my mouth, I would not describe it as not too traumatic. I would say that's the most traumatic thing that's ever happened ever in my life. Oh, on purpose? Oh, okay. Well, that's okay, yeah. Like, that happens. Farts come out and I was embarrassed for farting on a date. You farted in a woman's mouth on a date. That is hardcore. Well, this is gonna be a hot clip right here. Are we rolling? This could be the one that blows me up here. Assist. Wow. So was she like licking your balls and you just... Oh, so you weren't expecting her to play with your balls, and then when she grabbed the balls, that's when you... I've had that, where I have a fart stuck, so I just grab my ball and get it out. It's like it's connected. Did you apologize profusely? Yeah, okay. Because you're either like a victim yourself or like the biggest piece of shit of all time, so I want to make sure. Because if you farted by accident, that's like the worst thing. That's worse for you than it is for her. A little controversy there. I feel like people didn't agree. I think I would rather have somebody fart in my mouth while I was trying to please them, but to be the one that was like, oh shit, I'm so sorry. Oh my God. Right? Am I wrong? That's brutal. Are you still with her? Yeah, oh, great. I love story. Wow. That's a good girl. Nice girl. I hope you're married, right? Fucking propose tomorrow. What are you, crazy? What do you think, these women that are cool with a fart in the mouth are a dime a dozen? That's crazy. If I farted in my wife's mouth, that would be the end. I wouldn't see my child again. She'd be like, I'm out. Keep your money. I don't want to be near you. Yeah, you gotta propose. Call her up right now. Propose. That's crazy. How long have you been together?
About 2 years.
2 years? Jesus Christ. You got a 2-year relationship and you're farting in her mouth and she's around? I feel for you ladies. You gotta deal with us idiots. You should have proposed that night. Should be like, I am so sorry. Let me just grab, there you go. Here, with this ring. Well, anyways, I don't like my balls played with for that reason. I'm too afraid I'm gonna shit my pants. And, what's going on? We all right? What happened? Do I have jizz on my shirt? The guy was really nice. What happened? I got a hair out of place?
Oh, fix his hair.
Yeah, fix my hair. Oh, thank you. That'll do it. Now, you know what that is? That's a reel right there. Bang! That's more important than the special. Let's get a nice reel. Comedian, hair gets done. 300,000 views.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe List.
Thanks. Well, thanks. All right. Well, thank you. That's very nice. All right. Thank you. I feel like I got here too quick. I should have let you guys. I should have really let it like, ah. It's just stupid when I'm standing here and you're doing it. I'm like, I should have that should have been going on. I'm like weaving through. And like, ah. It's weird doing a special at a comedy club because I'm getting ready to come up and I'm just like right there. You guys can just see me. There's like, oh, there he is. Like when you go see Springsteen, you're not like, this is gonna rule. There he is. He's at the end of the row. He's in our row right now. He's just like, hey. Oh, here it's my time. Here we go. You know. Next year we're gonna build a thing. I'm gonna pop up like Apollo Creed, you know, and then die. No, this lady's going like this. Don't die. I'll try not to. I would be more upset than you would if I died. You know? All right, well, nice to see everybody. I feel like I recognize a lot of people. Thanks for coming. I know you, right? Yeah, we met. This is where I'm at in my career right now. After shows, like really like hot women will come up to me after the show and they're like, hey, excuse me, hi. And I'm like, oh, hey. And then she's like, my autistic boyfriend loves you. I didn't get it. I thought it was a little dirty and weird, but he loved it. And can he say hi? And he's just like, and I'm like, oh, hey, thanks. You know? You guys are getting beautiful women somehow. I don't know how you're doing it, but nice. Anyways, thanks for coming. You guys ever have this? Is this relatable? You ever think you're like a pretty good-looking person, and then you see a photo of yourself, and you think, I should kill myself for the good of society? You guys... Like you're at home looking in the mirror, and you're like, hey, not bad. And then someone tags a photo of you on Instagram, and you're like, maybe I'll go to the center of town and shoot myself in the face tomorrow, just to... You know, just to let everyone know that I know this is unacceptable. You guys... There's too many photos. That's the problem. I wish I grew up in like the 30s where there's one photo of you your whole life. If it sucks, you just burn it, you know? Every day there's like 5 new photos of me online. They're all, I just want to die. Your friends try to make you feel better. They're always sweet. They're like, it's just a bad photo. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, but it's a bad photo because I'm in it though, right? Like, it's not a blurry photo. It's a 4K HD color photograph of exactly what my face looks like. You're saying it's bad because it's a perfect replica of what I currently look like. It's just me. You're telling me my face is bad. That's what's going on right now. I don't know. I got a friend. He's ugly. We were talking the other day, and I feel bad saying that, but he's not here, so... We were hanging out, and I have a hot friend, too. I have a hot friend and an ugly friend. I have many friends, but 2 friends in this joke, and one's hot, and the other one's ugly, and... My ugly friend was talking about how he can't get laid, and then we had to pretend it's not because he's ugly. Do you guys ever do that for your friend? He's like, oh, no one's having sex with me. We're like, what? These bitches, man. What the hell? Then he goes to the bathroom and we're like, why does he think someone would have sex with him? That's hilarious. What? It's because he's hideous. Then he comes back. My hot friend starts giving him advice. Nobody wants advice from a hot person. No offense if you're hot. I'm looking around. There's a couple of you here, but not many. And he says this. He goes, you need more confidence. And I'm like, no, he needs your face. That's why you're confident because you have a good face. He has a bad one. And he says, this is hot people advice. He goes, this is what I do. I just walk up to women in the park, start talking to them. Then my ugly friend gets hope. He's like, I can do that? And then I had to be the one that was like, don't do that. You're gonna get maced if you walk up to women in the park. Are you kidding? He can do that because he has a strong jawline and he's tan and his tongue is not visible when he's talking to other people the way yours is. I'm like, you can get laid. I don't know how you're gonna get laid. You can do it. Everyone gets laid at some point, I think. I have sex all the time. I'm not a hot guy. You're probably like, well, how do you do? I got married. That's how I did it. That's my advice. People say when you get married, you stop having sex, but I think that's only true if you're like a hot dude that like, you know, smashes puss or whatever. If you're like a hot guy that gets laid all the time, don't get married. You'll have sex less. But if you never get laid, get married. You'll have sex more. Like, what's the hardest part of getting laid? You got to convince somebody to come back to your house. You got to be like, come on, my house is fun and safe, you know? That's hard. Women are like, I don't know. You're like, I swear. promise, you know? That's like tricky. I don't have to do that. My wife lives in my house. I don't have to do anything. I can just turn and be like, you want to have sex? And that works. Not every time. I don't want you to think, you know. It works like 3 out of 10 times. That's not bad. I'm a baseball guy. That's all-star team, you know? You do that for 10, 15 years, you're in the Hall of Fame, so. That's pretty good. It's hard to get laid. I feel bad. I was like, when I was single, I didn't get laid much. And I feel bad for women that have sex with men. We're not great. I'm sorry. I would talk to my buddies. I'm like, I gotta get laid. How are you guys doing it? And then my friend would be like, you're too nice. That's your problem. That's the best advice I got, was be less nice. That's like the best idea men have come up with to get laid. Like, be shittier. Which is more hot people advice, by the way. I'm like, I don't think I have the look for that advice. If I'm mean to a woman, she's gonna be like, this ugly guy sucks. What's up with him? Why is he being mean? Like, I'm like, which one of you bitches wants to blow me? Huh? Like, they're like, whoa. But he was right. I was probably too nice. You can be too nice. I would always be like, you're so beautiful. I'll give you money if you have sex with me. And that's like, that's too nice, you know? That's borderline offensive. And I got a buddy, he's like one of these guys, he gets laid all the time. He's like a good-looking guy or whatever. And I was talking to him the other day about sex, and he goes, if I have sex with a woman, she's got to have perky breasts. That feels unfair, doesn't it? I mean, like, having a breast preference is fine, but perky, that's not even a physical adjective. Perky's like a mood. Perky's like, hi, you know? A breast can't be perky. That's like a woman be like, I'll have sex with a guy, but he's got to have a chipper dick. I want blissful balls on our man, or else. I like a patriotic asshole on my man. You're like, let's. But I have a wife, and we have sex. I think she's attracted to me, you know? I'm attracted to her. I think she's hot. I took a photo of her the other day. She looked great. She was all made up, and like the sun was hitting her. She looked beautiful. And then I posted on Instagram, and then every comment was like, wow, she's hot. She's out of your league, bro. She's beautiful. How'd you pull that off? And I'm like, you know, you could just say you think she's attractive. You don't have to add that you think I'm unattractive. That's not making me feel great. Also, that's the best photo I have of her. I could post a shittier photo, you know? I got plenty of overhead lighting photos I could have thrown up there, you know? Those comments would start swinging back in my direction. They're like, you guys are pretty evenly matched. I'm like, you're goddamn right we are. Thank you. People love to say that, though. I don't know why. It's like, they think it's like charming to be like, you married up, out of your league. You're like, oh, thanks. First of all, it's inaccurate. We're in the same league. We're married. That's the same league. We're on the same team. No one ever laughs at that, but I think it's a good point. Like, once you're married, you're on the same team. And also, you can be on a team with different value. Like Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' backup punter, they're in the same league. They don't have the same value. Again, you're not the first crowd to not laugh at this, but it's a good point. And here's a better point. Like, my wife is better looking than me, but I'm like, there's more to a league than looks. Like, she's better looking. I'm way more fun. You should hang out with us. I'm like zinging and zanging and shit. I'm like dancing and doing karaoke. She's depressed. She sucks. I'm bringing the heat. I bring it in the hang. I got like secret handshakes and nicknames. I'm like, hey, wacky tits, what's up? Wow. I'm always ordering pizza. I'm like, who wants pizza? I'm getting pizza. On me. She's like, get one with veggies. I'm like, oh, fine. That's not fun. I'm not saying she's not fun. I'm saying I'm more fun. Like here's what I go to Starbucks every day and I use the app, and then when you scan the app, it goes boop. I go like this. I go, ah, ooh. That's gold. You guys are laughing a little. They shit their pants at Starbucks. They're like, what? And I'm like, ah. That's the kind of fun I'm bringing to the hang, you know? I did it the other day, though, and this sounds made up, but this really happened. I went, boop, I went, ah, and then the lady went, that happened to somebody earlier. And I was like, who's this asshole doing my bit? That's mine. Are you serious? I'm a fun guy, I swear to God. I used to be more fun. I used to drink. That's when I was like really fun, you know. So, drinking's like synonymous with fun. Like I was like wild and get after, but I was like a risky fun, you know what I mean? Like I'd do karaoke, I'd take my shirt off and like throw it in the crowd. But then I'd go to your house and shit on the floor. It was kind of like ups and downs, you know, strikes and gutters. You ever get this drunk? You ever get like drunk where you're holding a drink or a cocktail and then you drop it, but nobody like bumped into you or anything like that? You're just kind of like, and then you're like, hey, I'm not holding that anymore. You gotta go back to the bar and be like, can I get another drink? Mine just committed suicide a couple seconds ago. And it's almost like your hands gave you an intervention. Like your fingers are like, let's put this down. I don't think he needs this anymore. I've been sober a long time. Every once in a while, I'll get like a message. Someone will reach out to me on Instagram. And they're like, how did you know you were an alcoholic? And then I have to write back, let me help you out. You're an alcoholic. I feel like... I think if you're reaching out to strangers on Instagram to find out about alcoholism, it's probably time to wrap it up, you know? I don't want to be judgmental, but... I don't drink anymore. I don't do drugs anymore. I was never a big drug guy. I would like smoke weed, but I never liked weed. Are you guys weed people? Some? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's great. A few of you. I never liked it. I would always like freak out. Also, this is my issue with weed. You always like smoke in like a circle of like friends or strangers, and then you pass around like a joint or a piece or a pipe or a bong or an apple, whatever. And then it would come to you, and you'd be like, all right, the weed. Yeah. And then you pass it, you're like, all right, there goes the weed. Fun. But then it comes back like 30 seconds later, you're like, oh, more weed, all right. And then you're like, I'm buzzed. And then it would come back like 3, 4, 5 times. By the end, I'm like, I'm just completely out of my mind. I don't know if you guys, I don't know why we're still doing this. And eventually the guy on the other side of the circle would be like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, I didn't know we could do that. I have nobody told me that was part of this. You're like Rosa Parks or some shit. You just like opened up a world of possibility. I'm gonna be sleeping under my bed for the next 3 days because I had no idea that I could be like, oh. I'm still fun though. I'll eat ice cream any time of day. You know what I mean? Like I don't do drugs or drink, but I'll eat ice cream in the daytime. That's fun. I guess not. I was eating ice cream. I met with my buddy. I was eating ice cream, and then he was like, "Why are you eating ice cream?" And I was like, "I don't know. It's fun." And then he was like, "I thought we were going to lunch." And I was like, "We are." And he's like, "Why are you eating ice cream then? What are you, a child?" And I was annoyed. I was like, "No, I'm an adult. I eat ice cream whenever I want to eat ice cream. A child is not allowed to eat ice cream during the day." Sounds like you're a child, you little bitch. You're living by your mother's rules from when you were 7. What, are you gonna have a couple of vegetables before you can have a scoop, you big pussy? I'm fun to watch movies with. You guys should watch a movie with me. I'm fun. You probably won't get a chance to, but I'm like... I always have great lines during the movie. I don't step on the dialogue either. I'm like, in between dialogue, I'll be like, and the person next to me is like, you know? That's fun. Here's one of my best. I'll give you one of my best, like all-timers. First time I saw The Shining. You guys saw The Shining, right? Classic? Yeah. First time I saw it, I was in like 7th grade. I watched it with like a group of friends. At the very beginning of the movie, they're like driving up into the mountains. Shelley Duvall, she says to Jack Nicholson, "The air is different up here." And then I went, "I farted." Killed! Everybody was like, "Oh, classic list." And I was like, To this day, anytime I'm with a group of people, I'm like, "You guys want to throw on The Shining? Anybody want to watch The Shining real quick?" Like, this is my son's birthday. He's 6 years old. I'm like, put it on for 5 minutes. He'll laugh. We'll turn it off before the naked dead lady comes out, all right? It's gonna be big. Fine. You're making me nervous. I saw you elbow each other. What's going on? Does my dick out? Oh, it's hot.
We came out here and
Oh, it's hot. Oh, I got you. Sorry. It's probably me. It's always awkward. There's like two hot women in the front, like, and I'm like, what? Do they see my boner? Anyways, my wife's, I'm attracted to her. I think she's attracted to me, and my wife's 4 years older than me. That's hot, don't you think? That's kind of, yeah, that's, oh my God, your wish is my command. The air just came on. That was like, who else needs something? Anybody? That was like magical. There's like two women like, I'm a little hot, and just AC, just bang. That's what it's like to be a fucking woman in this country, okay, buddy? You fucking say something, everybody. Whoa. What if I did the rest of the show like that? You fucking, hey, you fucking, pow. I'll smack you around a little bit. I wish I could go back to the beginning of my life and just go full Italian. Like, hey, what the fuck? Hey, what the? Oh. Anyways, and cut. My guys, I'm not trying to get a special. I'm trying to get reels here. I gotta catch up to these reels, folks. My wife's 4 years older than me, which I think is like sexy. I think it's like when I was in 8th grade, my wife was a senior in high school. That's pretty spicy, you know? We didn't know each other then. She's not a criminal or anything, but I wish I could go back to that time period. I'd love to like go back, like my wife's like senior year. I'm in 8th grade, you know? I'd love to walk up to her at her senior prom. I'm like covered in pimples in a Pearl Jam shirt, and I just walk up behind her and I'm like, someday I'm gonna see your butthole. And then I just run away. Wouldn't that be fun? She's like, what the hell? And then I would run back in and I'm like, you won't see my butthole, by the way. It's not a fair trade-off. I see hers. She never sees mine. Do you guys have that in your relationships? Yeah. Have you seen his butthole? No. She never sees mine. I see hers. And I feel like I should be clear. We have sex. And sometimes we have doggy-style sex. Sex in the style of dog. And when you have doggy-style sex, I don't know if you know this, but whoever's on the bottom, their butthole is sort of exposed. And I don't stare. I don't want you to. I'm not rude. I just kind of like, you know, just a quick 3 Mississippis at max, you know. I look at it the way you look at your hand in poker. I'm like. I'll check, you know? And it's nice. It's a beautiful hole, you know? But she's never seen mine. I feel bad. I might show her one day. Like maybe some year on her birthday, you know? I'll wake up early and be like, honey, check it out. Look at this. That's all I got you this year. I don't think she'd like it, though. I feel like I've never looked at my butthole, but when I walk around, it doesn't feel like it looks good, you know? Like it feels dry and wet, you know? I lost a lot of you on that one, and that's fair. I'll move off the butthole stuff, but isn't it weird that A-hole and B-hole mean the same hole? Isn't that funny? 2 different letters, same hole. Mother Nature's a mad scientist, you know? Anyways, we have sex, and it's fun. We've been together a long time, though. You ever try to, like, I don't know how long my wife and I have been together for like 11 years. You ever try to, like, come up with ways to, like, spice things up a little bit, and then in the middle of that conversation, you realize maybe we're not sexually compatible? Have you guys ever had that? No? Well, that's the premise of the joke, so. I was like, let's mix it up. Let's get weird. I had, like, a piece of paper. Like, I wrote down a bunch of shit, like a bucket list of sex stuff. I'm like, let's get weird, you know? She had no piece of paper. So right away, I was like, this isn't going to be great. I can feel it. And I was like, I had my paper. I'm like, what do you got? And then she was like, what if we have sex quietly and pretend there's someone in the other room? And then I just started wrinkling up my piece of paper. I was like, you know what? I don't think we're ready for mine just yet. Quiet sex? That's what you came up with? I don't even think that's a porn category, is it? First of all, we live in New York City. There is someone in the other room. There's like 7 people, like 40 feet from us that can hear us. None of my fantasies are quiet. Mine are noisy, and there's a bunch of people involved. She's related to a handful of them. She's like, what's one of yours? I couldn't even do mine. I had to improvise. I was like, what about missionary with jazz playing? She was like, ooh, I like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick. Then she found my paper. She's like, what's entire basketball team? I'm like, give me that fucking... That was some other shit I was thinking about. I don't know. We were hanging out talking the other day, me and some friends, adult friends, my wife and I and some friends, like adult conversation, talking sex. And then in the middle of the conversation, my wife was like, what's the average penis? Like 8 inches? I was like, I'm sorry, who are you fucking before me? What? 8 inches? And she was like, what? Well, how big is your penis? I think she thought I had an 8 inch, like she's never measured something. I don't know. She thought I had an 8-inch penis. And then I had to tell her, I was like, I have half of an 8-inch penis. I would need a second dick to get to 8 inches. And that made me think, I'm like, do women not know the average penis size? Because if not, we should like crack into WebMD or something like that, you know? Like, put down 2.5 or whatever. That way, if they look it up, you can be like, it's pretty... I'm like, almost double that, so... I like dirty talk. Dirty talk's good in a relationship. That way, like, especially in a relationship, dirty talk is good because, like, you have a sense for the other person, you know? Like, you know what they might like to hear. It's hard when you're single, dirty talk. Because when you're single and you're dirty talk, that's just, like, guessing. You might offend. One time I had sex with a woman when I was single. This was her dirty talk. In the middle of it, she goes, if you don't come, I'm going to be pissed. That sounds hot, but she didn't know me, you know? Like... I think she thought I was gonna be like, well, get ready to be happy, or whatever. But I'm like, I can't work under these conditions. I'm a nervous Nelly. And at the time, I was on Paxil for anxiety and depression. That's like a major side effect. I'm like, I can't come at all. It takes me like a week to masturbate. You could shove a shoe in my butt. I'm not coming on this stuff. I want supportive dirty talk. I want, like, if you come, that's great. If not, no big deal. You're worthy of love just for being you, you know? Your dad loves you. He doesn't know how to show it. That would be nice. I'd be like, oh, my God, yes. I'm self-conscious about my look. I got called ugly in high school, by the way. That's like a lot of this, it comes from when I was in high school, I got called ugly, like publicly. And it really, you know, in high school, something happens that like lingers, you know? Yeah. It was at a girls' basketball game, and I know, we had a great girls' basketball team. This is the 90s, by the way. It was called girls' basketball in the 90s. Now it's called women's basketball. We've progressed. In the 80s, it was called cunts basketball. So... every decade we get better, you know? Eventually it'll just be basketball, but for now, progress is slow, but I would go to all the games. We had a great team. I'm like a school spirit guy. I'm a big sports guy, and I would go to all the games. I would like paint my face and shit. I was like I wasn't a cheerleader, but I would lead the cheer. I would get the chants going. I was like the Let's Go Panther. I was like that guy, you know? I feel like a lot of you would have hated me. I'm getting a vibe here, but... I had a great time. The team loved me. But at one game, I was getting the chants going, and then this girl from the other school, she started chanting, "You are ugly." Yes. Very hurtful. Thank you. This is 1998. You could totally do that. If you did that now, they'd arrest you or shoot you or whatever. But back then, they were like, nice. Got him. Yeah. But I tried to get a counter chant. I was like, screw this thing. I was like, come on, guys. No, he isn't. I tried to get a no, he isn't chant going. But my school went rogue. They didn't want to chant no, he isn't. They come up with their own chant. They went with, so are you. Which they nailed her. I don't know if you're following. Like, they nailed her, but they included me in the chant. Like, this woman called me ugly, and then everybody I'd ever met in my entire life in unison was like, totally. He is ugly. Absolutely. But also, you are. And I had to join that chant. I was like, yeah! We're both ugly. It felt like Family Feud. I'm like, okay, good answer. Yeah. That was the #1 answer. And then I was like, what about no, he isn't? It was like, Dan. I was like, what? No? Nobody said that? I thought like 6 or 7 people would have said no here. They're like, no, nobody. Whatever. Then I saw the girl after the game, and I was like, hey, maybe we should hook up. You know what I mean? We both just found out we're ugly. Why don't we? Let's go fuck. You know, I thought that would be. She didn't go for it. Whatever. Is this distracting? Should I move this? I don't like it this close, because I want to grab it when it's here. Guys, you're gonna shit. Get ready for this one. This is my impression of a British race car driver. You ready? Because it's over here, you see? Clip it. That's gotta be huge. That's one of those jokes that's really stupid, but I'm like, maybe that should be in the special. It's kind of funny. I don't know. This is another one like that I think is hilarious. I was watching you guys saw the Batman movie. Doesn't matter. It's not great. But at one point, Batman gets a cell phone call, and he answers his phone, but I thought he should have been like this. Hello? Yeah, it's crazy. His ears are up here. That's gold, guys. I don't know what to tell you, but... Anyways, my wife and I, we have sex, and it's pretty cool, is my point. Because I'm fun. Only a fun person comes up with that Batman gag. But I think she likes me, you know? We were hanging out the other day. I don't know, I get nervous. I have like a lot of anxiety. I think it's a turn off. Did you guys... We're in Greenwich Village right now. Did you guys get accosted outside at all? There's some... You did? Oh, great, nice. That was so genuine. You're like, yeah, as a matter of fact, we did. It's crazy out there, right? I'm scared. I got like fears now. I've had a couple run-ins. Some of you guys know the stories. I've had a couple run-ins with very aggressive homeless people this year. One was in Austin. 2 guys came up to me. They got right in my face, and they were like screaming at me. And then there was like a 3rd guy on a bike. I just took off. I run. I'm a runner. I have no pride. People ask me for directions in the city. I take off running. I don't give a shit. Then I came back to New York, right around the corner from here. I had a guy like do that shit. I was like, I'm like, I don't know what it is. I was telling my buddy, and then he goes, well, what are you saying to these guys? I was like, I think what you're doing is called victim blaming, I believe. I just learned this term. I think I'm using it correctly. What am I saying? Do you think I'm talking shit to homeless people? Is that the vibe I'm putting out? I don't know. I said I got $50. Fight me for it, bitch. Should I not have done that? Was that a mistake? Because I wanted to help them out, but I don't want to give them a free ride. So I threatened to fist fight them for cash. I'm like, I didn't say anything. And then you feel like self-conscious because I've run a few times this year, and I was talking to my buddy, and I was like, am I like I feel like a pussy. Am I a coward for running? And then my friend was like, no, you did the right thing. And I was like, thank you. And he goes, yeah, because if you hit one of those guys, they fall on the ground, crack their head open, you can go to jail. And I was like, yeah, that's why I ran. I would have killed those sons of bitches. You get me. These hands are goddamn weapons. As I was running with tears in my eyes, I was like, don't make me beat the shit out of you guys. Everybody's got an opinion. I was telling my other buddy about it. I got a couple incidences, you know? And he goes, this is why you need a gun. I've been telling you, you gotta get a gun. And I'm not anti-gun. I'm whatever you guys are. I want you guys... I agree with everybody, but... I just feel like, I could be wrong, I don't think my life would be going better right now if I had shot and killed 3 homeless people this year. I don't know. There's no way to know which way your life would have gone. I just feel like... People are like, how you been? Pretty good, traveling, doing a lot of shows, visited my mother. Oh, I shot 3 guys in the face. They were addicted to drugs. Nobody was helping them. They got kind of close to me, so I blew their brains out. And... There's a lot of paperwork, but it was cool, you know? Felt good. I really am not. I'm not, whatever, gun, whatever. I'm just not, I don't think I have gun personality. That's the problem. I just don't picture myself being like, wow, woo! Do you still blow out your gun? I don't know if that happens anymore. When I was a kid, I think it'd be funny to shoot and then be like this instead. Again, not killer, but fun. That's a fun... Let me ask you this. I don't know, there's probably not a lot of gun owners. We're in Greenwich Village right now, but maybe some of you have guns. Does loading a gun feel anything like putting your AirPods back into the case? Because I feel like... I think I might be a gun guy. I never realized it. Like, the other day I was putting my AirPods, it kind of sucks them in. It's like, and then you snap it shut. And I'm like, oh shit, my dick just moved. Maybe I need a gun, you know? AirPods are fun. They're versatile. The other day I came home and I had my AirPods in and my wife was like, how was your day? And I kind of was like that. I was like, pretty good. Cindy was being a bit, I like to pretend they're earrings. Just kind of like, just for a moment, you know? I like to. The other day I was here in New York and I had AirPods in, listening to some music, and I was crossing the street and then the lights started to change. So I kind of like jogged, and then I don't know the physics behind this, but one of my AirPods fell out of my ear and it bounced, and somehow it bounced like straight up, and then I just caught it like in stride. I was running and I was like, whoa, and I caught it. And then the guy in his car went. I was like, it's the best I've ever felt in my entire life. Like literally, I think I peaked. And I've lived a full life. I mean, I've been on The Tonight Show, and I've gone to South America, and I went down on a woman once. I mean, I've lived. But this just felt like, whoa. Then I went home and told my wife, I was like, my AirPod bounced, and I caught it. And she was like, wow. And I was like, you don't get me like he does. When will you see me? I didn't know AirPods bounce. Now I want to like learn how to do it, like be at a party and be like, what? Thank you. This guy tried to get an applause break on that joke, so I appreciate you. God bless you. Now it's, there you go. With my help. Oh, thanks. That was the least genuine applause of all time in the history of comedy. Just like... The AirPod thing? That was a very begrudging applause break. All right, I guess. How hard is it to catch an AirPod? Whatever. But I'm fun. I think I'm fun. I think I'm funny. I think all these jokes are great. Some of you are sitting them out, but whatever. I think I'm funny. Sometimes you try to be funny and then the people don't think it's funny. I was hanging out with my wife. One lady's dying back there, and can we get a mic on that lady, please? Zhuzh this up a little. I was hanging with my wife and my mother-in-law the other day. The three of us were hanging out, and then my wife we were just kind of talking. My wife went, sometimes when I run, I pee a little. And then her mother was like, I think that's normal as you get older. And then I leaned in and I was like, I think it's probably my fault. And I gave a wink. Which, yeah. I thought that was pretty good. A little I'm destroying your daughter's pussy material. I thought that was damn funny right off the top of my head. She didn't love it. She was not into it, but... And then I was telling my buddy, and he goes, she probably didn't laugh because it's two different holes. And I was like, first of all, you just blew my mind. Second of all, I don't think that's why she didn't laugh. I don't think she was like, wait, what? And then I had this. I thought this was funny, and I was hanging out. I have a niece, and she's 10 years old. And then we were hanging out, and they have a family dog, and the dog's name is Penny. And she said, she went, "Come here, Penny." And then she turned to me and she said, "I'm trying to teach the dog to come." Now, yeah, you guys are laughing already. That's funny. I thought it was funny also. Because come. Which, by the way, she's a child. I want you to know, I wasn't like, whoa, sicko, I kept a straight face. But I wanted to be like, choke it a little and be patient, I had that locked and loaded. Because I'm fun. But I didn't say it. I gotta wait like 10 years to be like, one time you said you wanted to teach the dog to come. Even then it won't be funny, though, because she'll be like, you've been thinking about this for 10 years? You creep. I told her mother, though. I thought this is where I went wrong. I told her mother, I was like, Brooke said she wanted to teach the dog to come. And then her mother was like, why are you saying that to me? What? And I was like, well, it's funny. Come. She was like, what is wrong with you? And I was like, well, the dog didn't come. I don't know why you're like, can't you remove yourself from the situation and see that that's... Anyways, I'm not allowed to see my niece anymore, but we had a good run. We had a fun 10 years together. That's a good length of time for a relationship, I think. Whatever. I think I'm funny, and I think I'm a smart guy, too. I think I could be a pilot. You guys ever think that? You ever get on a... Are you a pilot? Oh, okay. Do you think you could be a pilot, too? I think I could do it. You ever get on a commercial plane? You're like, I could fly this goddamn plane. Me and you, buddy. You got pilot head. You look like a pilot. You're well coiffed, I don't think it's that hard. Are there any pilots here? Yeah, fuck pilots. I think it's a bullshit job. I don't think we need all this reverence. What is it? You do this thing. You push this is like the takeoff. Here we go. There's like a couple clicks, couple switches up here. And if you get the wrong one, there's another guy. He's like, no, it's these two over here. You got a buddy up there. How easy is that? I don't get a buddy. It's just me up here. I've done a couple jokes that didn't go great. I can't be like, Pete, what do you think? You got a friend helping out, and then you land. That's just, you pull it back, click those down, you scoop off the head shit. That's easy. I drive a car. That's way harder. That's feet and hands and texting. It's very difficult. There's a lot. Plus, there's autopilot, too. Which I always heard about that, like computers fly the plane, which I always thought was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then, I started getting upgraded. When you fly first class, you learn. Did you know this? The pilot leaves the cockpit. I had no idea. I thought the pilot, the whole flight was like... They're not. It's not even stressful. They're like walking around. They like grab chips and slap flight attendants on the ass and shit. They're like, They're not even in there. Like, nobody gives a shit about a bus driver. Like, if you tell people you're a bus driver, no one's like, what? Whoa. But a bus driver can't get up and walk around. Like, if you're on a Greyhound reading and the bus driver's like, what are you reading? What's going on, buddy? You're like, what the fuck? I don't really think it's that easy. I don't think I could be a pilot. But I do. What bothers me is they do like a meet and greet. That's what they feel very full of themselves. Like we land and the pilot's just at the front of the plane like, that was me. We're all gonna walk by one at a time like, nice, dude. I always want to be like, fuck you, I could have done that. You suck. Nice tie, you dork, you know? Sometimes they'll make jokes. You ever have that? You ever have like a pilot like come on and like crack jokes? That's what really, as a comedian, that really offends me. Every once in a while you get on a plane, the pilot's like, we might have a few bumps just like when my wife drives. And the whole plane's like, oh, did you hear him? I'm like, yeah, I heard him, he sucks. It's not funny. I'm like, you're just laughing because he has your life in his hands. That's why you think it's funny. If I could just kill all of you guys at any moment, you guys would be losing your shit at every joke. I do one of these bits that bombs, I'm like, all right, here we go. You're like, no, it was funny. That was funny. I was on a flight the other day, the guy next to me got up and went and used the bathroom in the middle of the flight, and then he came back, and when he comes back, he sits down, he goes, they got a window in the bathroom on this plane. And I was like, nice. And he goes, you can't open it, though. I'm like, I feel like I just learned two things about this fella. He's a fucking idiot, and he just took a huge shit. Those are my hypotheses. Pretty sure that guy shit on the plane, and he was like, oh, they got a window. Oh, no, you can't open. I gotta let my buddy know. So thanks for the heads up. I was gonna try to kick the windows out at 35,000 feet, but now that I know. I'm always traveling, and every weekend I'm like traveling. I check into a hotel. I'm always ordering pizza. Every time I get to a hotel, I order pizza. You guys know me. I like to order a pizza, you know? But some hotels, it's very frustrating. Like, I don't know how often you guys order pizza in hotels, but I do it like every week. At some hotels, if it's like a shitty hotel, they just let the delivery guy, he'll like get in the elevator, he comes right up to your floor. He'll just like knock right on your door. Yeah, it's very nice. You don't have to put pants on. You can just be like, oh, thanks, dude. All right. But it's like nicer hotels, they don't want the delivery guy in the elevator, so you gotta come down to the lobby to meet them, which is very annoying. You're shaking your head. It's very annoying, right? Here's the most annoying part. Not that you have to leave your room. It's that, I don't know if you've ever gotten on a hotel elevator with a fresh pizza, but what happens is somebody else gets on the elevator with you, and then they say, hey, I hope you brought enough for everybody. Are we teaching that in community college? I don't understand. Literally everybody said, hey, I got enough for everybody. And I never understand am I supposed to be like, what? Woo! Like, is it supposed to be hilarious? Or am I supposed to be like, I didn't bring enough for everybody. I go with it. This is what I do. I go, That's what I came up with. You know, like, when somebody's so dumb that you get dumber, you're like, whoa. I want to be like, I brought some for you. Yours is right here, you fucking piece of shit. You know, but that might just be my own. I guess there's just a lot of dumb folk. I'm not smart. I got glasses. I look smart, but I'm dumb. My friends are dumb. You ever do inventory of your friends and you're like, these are the dumbest people I've ever met in my whole life. I don't know how this worked out this way. Some of you are with them, so it's weird, but... I do, I look smart, but I'm dumb also. But my friends, do I ever like hang out? You know, like you're dumb and then your friends are dumb, so you're all dumb together. But then occasionally your friend will do something that takes it to another level where you're like, am I doing community service by hanging out with this person right now? I got a friend, we went to an art museum together. We're not really art guys, but I was like, whatever, we'll check out some art. How hard can that be, you know? We go to the museum with like 3 paintings in. Pretend this is a painting, right? We walk up to it. He's like this, wow, that is beautiful. Feel that. I swear to God, this is like an adult male American man, just like, oh wow, and he's making this face, like, like he's an intellectual, like taking it in. Wow, that is. And I was like, are you joking? Because if you're kidding, that's hilarious. I don't want to mess up a joke. If you're doing a bit, that's very good. But and he was like, what? And then I had to tell him, like, earnestly, I was like, you don't touch paintings. And then he goes, why? And that's when I realized I'm only a little bit smarter than him. Because I was like, I actually don't know why. It is dry. The guy that painted it's dead. And I was like, you know what? Fuck, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can touch paintings. I'm an idiot. And I just started touching it. Touches paintings, by the way. That's a fun term for your friend who's kind of a dum-dum, you know? Like, I grew up in the 90s, and we used the word retarded a lot. That was a big word. Yeah, that's no good now. I mean, that's a swear. I don't know if they emailed you guys or whatever, but that's out. You'll get fired for that shit. But touches paintings, that's kind of a nice replacement, you know? I'm talking for your, like, friends, you know what I mean? Like your buddy who's, like, kind of a dum-dum. You're like, hey, this is Pete. He touches paintings. He's a fun guy. You're gonna like him. He goes to the museum. He touches the paintings. You're gonna like him. He's a fun son of an onion, this guy. Get him some paintings to touch. I'm just trying to be more progressive, you know? Well, I got this friend. You ever have a friend like this? I was talking to my buddy the other day. I couldn't sleep. Sometimes you have trouble sleeping, you know? You get anxiety. I told my buddy, I was like, man, I couldn't sleep last night. And he goes, oh, you gotta sleep. I'm like, no, I know. I wanted to sleep. You're misunderstanding. I'm not quitting sleeping. I'd like to sleep again. I enjoy it. It's just... Then he tags it. He goes, lack of sleep can lead to dementia. Nice. Glad I brought this up with you and not somebody else. That's going to help me tonight. Because last night, like an idiot, I was tossing and turning, not thinking about dementia. But tonight, I'll contemplate dementia. That'll help me. I don't think that's accurate, by the way. I don't think... Dementia's it's more than that. It's like genetics and shit. You don't just like have a night of not sleeping in your 40s and wake up with like a shit in your pants. Like, who the hell are you? I couldn't sleep last night. What is this? Is that too dark? All right, well. Here's some good sleep advice, by the way. I don't know if you ever heard this. Count backwards from 500 to fall asleep. Have you ever heard that? That's like to fall asleep because it focuses you on something so your brain's not going haywire, but then it's like boring enough that you'll fall asleep. That's good advice. It works. It works if it works. If it doesn't work, it's like a countdown to homicidal breakdown. You start counting, you get in the 20s, you're like, I don't think this is working out for me, you know? There's no way you're gonna be like, 3, 2, oh my God, I'm out. How did they time that so good? Fantastic. I was talking about how I could be a pilot. I don't think I could be a pilot. I was just kidding. But I do think, here's a job I think I could do. I think I could be a 911 operator. Do you guys ever... I know that's like whatever, but I watch a lot of murder docs and trials and shit. Are these like the meanest people we have in our society? Every 911 call is like, 911 emergency, what's your emergency? It's always like a woman who's like, my house is on fire. And then the first thing they're always like, ma'am, calm down. Like, right? That's the go-to opener, calm down. She's like, I'm sorry, it's just I have pets and they're on fire. Bitch, shut the fuck up. I'm like, how long are these shifts? Why are they so curt? I think I'd be good. I'm like a very empathetic person. I'd be like, 911, and then they're like, my husband's been shot. And I would be like, oh my God. Are you serious? Gee whiz. Wow. She's like, what do I do? And I'm like, therapy? I don't know. That's gonna... Yikes. I almost called 911 recently. I was walking. I was here in the village, right on this street, and I was walking up the street, and then there was an old lady walking, like a little way, like old, like like pterodactyl old, you know. She was like, ah! And then she tripped. This happened right over here. She tripped and fell like pretty hard. She didn't hit her face or anything, but she landed like pretty hard on her hands and knees. And I'm a hero. That's what this story's about. And I kind of like jogged over and I was like, ma'am, are you okay? I saw the whole, I could call 911 or a family member. And she was like, I think I'm okay. And I was like, okay. And then while I was doing it, this other guy came over and just like stepped in between it. He was like, ho, little lady, you all right there? And I was like, what the fuck is this? What, are you crazy? I was like, that's my old lady. I got her. I'm on it. I got cocked by some guy in the street. And he was like big too. Like he like helped her up with one arm and she like put her hand on his chest and she was like, oh dear. And she was like, I'm so glad you came by. And I was like, I came by. Are you kidding? And he walked her away like a dick, like he was getting like married, like, oh. And then he actually had like the gall to walk back over to me. He was like, that was crazy, huh? And I was like, what you did was crazy, you piece of shit. Him I would have shot. That's somebody I would have happily been like, shh. Anyways. Sorry. I have a reflex problem, and I've been blowing the homeless guy so they won't beat me up. And go ahead and cut that also. I don't know why I thought I would say that. We should start over, because you guys really loosened up around the 40-minute mark, I've noticed, which is not ideal for a special. I'll be like one of those TV shows. You're like, you got to give it time, but it picks up around the 50th minute. People really start enjoying it. I'll tell you this story, and then I gotta go. Like I said, I travel a lot. This happened to me recently. I had some gig. I forget where it was. It was like a long travel day. You know when you have like a long travel day, you can't eat a full meal, so you're like starving, right? I was like so hungry, and then I landed, and I was very hungry. But I also had to, I don't want to get too weird, like gross, whatever. But someday I'm gonna do a clean special. It'll be great. But I had to shit also, which is kind of rare that you're hungry and you have to shit. Those are usually separate, right? It's weird when you're like, I need food in both directions right now. Anyways, I landed and I was like, I'll order a pizza. You guys know me. I like to order a pizza. So I checked into the hotel, ordered a pizza. Then I checked into the hotel. Then I went up, I used the bathroom, and I don't want to get into the gory details, but the toilet got clogged. No fault of my own. It was an old hotel. I like to wipe a lot. The toilet got clogged, which is embarrassing, because now I have to call the front desk, which is weird, because I just met this woman like 3 minutes earlier. I gotta be like, hey, it's me again. Sorry I was rushing you earlier. I was keeping a secret the whole time we were talking, and now you know. But she was very sweet. She was very discreet. She's like, I'll send maintenance. And I was like, great, thank you. Then about 25 minutes passed. I swear to God, this is a true story. About 20 minutes passed. I got a knock on the door. I opened the door, and I swear to God, there's a pizza delivery guy and a plumber just standing, just looking at each other like, are you? And I'm like, you're both in the right place, boys. Come on in. I had to be like, you're in there. You're over here with me. And I think legally we all have to fuck right now, because this is the most perfect porn plot. This might already exist. Pizza delivery, plumber, nerd, or whatever. The pizza guy's like, I'm here to stuff you up. And the plumber's like, I'm gonna unclog your pipes. And I'm on the bed, and I'm like, I hope you brought enough for everybody. All right, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys very much. Thanks for coming. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Thanks. Is any of this funny? I think all my jokes might suck now, but you think you're fat. I remember that one?
This is our ass.
This is not our asses. Don't put that on YouTube.
Look at that. I didn't have to move. It just landed right in there.
Speaking of
Whoa, yeah. Down you
Get
go.
Tips.
Think it go?
Great grab.
You gotta just hold your hands like this and then just pretend you're
Dana Carvey not gonna do it.
Yeah.
No.
right.
Don't wear this! Don't you wear this!
I'm a sucker. These guys hate it, but I think it's great.
I'm trying my best here, guys.
That's a funny bit.
That's rock and roll right there.
Are we rolling, Lex?
We're rolling.
Oh, this is it.
I gotta uncross my legs.
Oh, I got a fart.
No!
Let's open it with a
I'm not gonna
fart.
fart on Andrew. He doesn't want to be farted on.
That was weird when you got to the house and there was weed smell. I thought it was you, but it wasn't you.
I mean, I had edibles in my pocket for after the show, but maybe
That's probably what it is. Yeah.
The edibles make weed smells?
Well, I make homemades. I wrap them in foil, but I guess they still.
Let me see. Let me smell your dick. Let me get in here and give it a good whiff. It's hard to tell. I can't really smell.
Are you high now?
Oh no! Oh boy! I just wiped a big chocolate on the thing.
Jesus Christ! Oh, you don't want to get chocolate. That stains.
That won't come out.
That's like.
These things go down. Give him some Trump.
Hey!
Get in here and give the
Yeah, I want to
camera
hear
some
this Trump.
I've been telling everyone about.
Everybody wants to hear the drum. Pretty good, I don't know. I stopped doing it because, I don't know.
Yeah, I think you're sitting
People
on
want
two
it.
chairs at once. That's what's happening. I feel bad that it's all straight white men here.
I'm gay.
We have no diversity. You're a little gay, right?
My first kiss ever was a boy.
Oh.
When I was like 6, maybe 5 or 6.
How old was the other boy?
28. No.
Classic. I love stuff you don't have to think much about.
It was my first. We were playing in his backyard and we were playing. Why? So
I'm
this is
scared.
homophobic. This guy's face.
I just feel for you.
Well, you're
Why?
6, so you're not a consenting sexual being.
It was all consenting. I mean, he kissed
He was 6
me.
also.
He was also 6. We were both 6. And he kissed me. We were like, I was. Now I'm getting nervous. I forgot that that's going.
God, give it to
Fuck, dude. Don't wear this. Don't you wear this.
Was it his idea to play this game where you kissed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kissed me. He went. I'm gonna kiss you.
I had a great idea. We play a game and we'll kiss.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's still not bad. I didn't kiss anybody till I was 17
Really?
at all. Hey!
Hey. What's up?
Do you know these guys? You know, you know Matt.
Good to see you.
Nice to meet
You
you.
know Brendan?
I think we met.
Yeah, we met. Somewhere.
Yeah, somebody.
How are you?
Long time no see. Last time I saw you was right here.
Yep, exactly. Same spot.
Welcome. We've added
Dude,
another
this is
white
so
man.
good.
Oh, look, why were people coming? Was there people out there when you came in?
Not a lot.
I'm gonna take a peek.
Oh no!
I'm peeking. That's why I poked.
Where? It's 8:03.
Give it some time.
I think the jig is up with my bro.
There's a peephole.
How is it? How many?
I think people are really cranked. I don't know. I'm bad at
Are we talking 10 or are we talking 30? That looks not good.
It's like about 22. But I think they were on to me counting. They really looked like, what's this guy's problem?
This is bad. My life is coming apart.
No, man, that's like 22 strong.
Why didn't they give me? We didn't do any advertising. Like I had to last night be like, is the show happening? I don't know if they email blasted. I
Did
didn't
you do a show here last night?
No, I
Because it
like.
says the 25th on the.
Yeah, I saw that too.
I was excited to come here. And I was bummed that I
That'll
missed
do
it
it.
yesterday.
That'll do it.
On the thing, it says June 25th.
Oh no.
You know, when I first started, I was gonna go by Brendan Scott.
Why?
I don't know. I hated my last name. I was like, no one can understand this. They still can't. They don't.
I never got it wrong.
Was Scott your middle
You
name?
know, it's one of them.
Okay.
I have many middle names.
Nice.
It's Brendan, Brian, Scott, McFadden.
Oh, I
It was
remember
really something else.
a really early memory from when I was like 12 or 13. I was at a buddy's house and the neighbor girl was a little bit older and she came over and she was telling us how she fucked. She was like 16 and she was telling, and it was so hot. She was like, I get on and I'm like, ugh, I'm like riding and I'm like fucking 12 years old, you know, it was the best.
Well, I remember being one of my first sexual memories was playing basketball. My friend Mike Leary had like a full basketball court in his backyard.
Nice.
And then there was like a chain link fence, which is weird, separating them to the neighbors. And it was all these young girls. And they said, "Give me a B." And we went, "B." And they spelled out boobs. And they went, "What's that spell?" They went, "Boobs." And they showed their tits.
Whoa.
Which was annoying. They made us spell the whole word.
Yeah, yeah.
But that was my first foray into boobs. It's weird to think about because they were probably like 13 or 14.
That's life
Good
changing.
thing they didn't stop at O, and then Brian Scott would come out and go, "I love ghosts."
Isn't that a weird thing? That I remember seeing 14-year-old tits. But like, that's like fucked up. You know, you can't
Right.
think about 14-year-olds' tits.
The
That's
age-old
bad.
question. Are you a pedophile for thinking about tits you saw when you were 14?
Is that an age-old question?
I think so.
Well, you can't
I think a
escape.
lot of guys.
First,
Yeah.
The first boobs you see are ingrained.
And they're teenagers. I mean, hopefully.
First girl I
Enough of
fingered
this guy.
was. Yeah.
Oh shit, Brendan. Oh my god. 10 minutes. Keegan Kirsten.
Kirsan?
I'm trying my best here, guys.
That's a funny bit.
Your name's Joe Liston.
Kirsten Kelkin.
Sounds like there's like 100 people.
Well, Sacco's a fun guy. He's a good opener. You know, he's fun, funny.
You're a fun guy.
They gotta be more fun.
Up the.
There's a crayon on the ground. I just picked it up. I want everyone to guess what color this crayon is.
Is it? Can we guess clues or just color?
Just color, I want you to guess.
I'm gonna say green because it's a green room.
You're saying green?
Orange.
Green
You're
room.
saying orange?
Getting a blue.
The answer is Matt Wayne. How about that?
I really.
That's dangerous, by the way. Crayon can take you out. It's like speaking of Home Alone. Step on that thing, zoom. You know,
Yeah.
Down you
Get
go.
Dibs.
I think it go.
Green crayon. Nice pull, buddy.
You know, I just trusted my instincts.
Yeah, how'd you do it?
Again, I'm in a green room. I got green Vans on. This crayon must be green. And if it's not, and there's green curtains.
Green curtains, that's right. If you could see the world for 15 minutes as a dog, like get the dog perception, or homeless kook yelling on the street person. Because I've always wanted the perspective, like that guy in the corner. There's a guy, he's sitting on the ground, he's got a Coors Light in a bag, and he's going like, "My name's Chuck and I fuck else." Well, because I'm like, does he knows enough to be like, "I want a Coors beer,"
Yes.
but he doesn't know enough to not
Yell at
be
people.
yelling in the street and going, "Ah," like. So it's like, what is he seeing and feeling? Like, aren't you interested in that?
No, I think once you see a kook's vision, you don't come back.
Yeah, I would rather be the dog. I want to know what it's like when you see like a squirrel and you're like, oh, fuck.
Right, yeah.
Look at that thing. I want to know.
And the dog smells like, all
Yeah.
those smells.
The hearing and the senses.
Like a kook is like staring at the abyss. It stares back.
Yeah, because I'm like, I just want to see him. Like, is he seeing HD
Other voices?
and clear?
Other
Is he hearing voices?
Other noises. Like sometimes you like on like Beavis and Butthead and Beavis goes nuts. It's like and there's like things flying.
Right.
So you get kind of like a crazy cloud.
Right.
Everything must be like Beavis and Butthead.
Because I think that sometimes, and maybe this is like, I don't want to come off as like a lunatic, but like, they know most of them don't walk in front of traffic. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, the light is red, I'm gonna wait. Oh, it changed, let me cross the street. But they also take their pants off and shit on the sidewalk. So it's
They just gave up. That's what it is. They're done.
Yeah, and I think they
Right.
take pride in freaking people out.
Yeah,
I think so too. I
I
think.
would.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm
But
like
so-
one wrong thing away from that. One wrong thing.
I've had that thought before when I'm like really having bad anxiety, where I'm like, oh, by the time I'm 70, I'm gonna be a full lunatic.
All right, I'm gonna drop dead of a heart failure.
All right, initial time. Give me 2 letters. Come on.
RS.
R.S. Ralph Sampson.
Rick Springfield.
Nice. Ronnie Spector.
Oh yeah.
R.L. Stein, Goosebumps. Does that count? R.L.?
Yeah, I guess so.
Um,
Ricky Sanders, old football player.
wow. Reggie.
There's a Reggie Sanders as well.
Reggie Sanders. Oh yeah. Did he play for the Niners? Reggie Silly Tits.
Let's see.
Come on. Richard Simmons, baby. Fitness.
Yeah.
Russian spy.
Okay.
Oh.
No, Richard Spencer? Who was he?
Yeah, he was an advisor to Bush.
Yeah.
Or Trump.
Trump.
Such a
Ren and Stimpy?
That doesn't count.
Rex Spielman? Isn't that guy?
Rex Spielman? That sounds like something.
Spielman?
Yeah,
Who's a famous person with the initials RS that you can name?
Richard Simmons.
I got that one. Okay. Nice. Counts.
Rory Scovel.
Rory Scovel.
Rory Scovel.
That's not about the Rory.
Check it out. Joe Lists at Grove 34.
Tell them to subscribe.
Subscribe to the page. Someone came up to me and said, wow, I'm subscribed to the Patreon. It's good Patreon. Wow. All right, bye, guys.
That's pretty good.
He loves it.
That's good. I do. I love it.
I'm good.
I'm a sucker. These guys hate it, but I think it's great.
See, man. All you need is to hold your hands. You got to just hold your hands like this, and then just pretend you're.
But he does do this a lot. It's a lot of this close.
He does both. He does this, and then he does this.
Which is also very like Dana Carvey, not gonna do it.
Yeah.
No.
Right.
And George Bush never, ever said not gonna do it. That's
The,
like a
the
thing.
original Bush, yeah.
Yeah, he like never said I'm not gonna do
But
it.
he said no new tax.
He said no new taxes.
Yeah.
Read these lips.
They never say play it again, Sam, and Casablanca. And Jerry never said who are these people.
Yeah.
There
And
is no bit where he says who are these
Field
people.
of Dreams, it's not if you build it, right? It's not.
No, it is. If you build it, he will come. And his friends, they said, I'm out of order, you're out of order. This whole courtroom's out of order, which is often misquoted. He doesn't say that.
I think it's they will come, is what everyone thinks, but it's he will come.
Yes, that's what it is.
Everyone thinks if you build it, they will come.
But it's he will come. That's your.
Oh, yeah. It's
Come.
he.
Yeah, that's
So
what
it's dad.
that's what like the MLMs, like pyramid scheme people do, and they're they pick
Oh,
up quotes like that. If you build it, they will come.
And then the leave the gun, take the cannoli. He actually says, leave the gun, come in my face. Hi, folks. How are you doing? I'm Joe List, and you're not.
Did he say something like that instead of a woman? No, that's when he says, I'm just getting warmed up.
This is
I'm
what
just getting
justice
warmed
for.
up. Yeah.
He goes hoo-ha.
Hoo-ah.
Who are these people? What do you got, roommates?
Yep.
How many?
3. I walked in on my roommate the other day washing a frying pan with his hand.
Well, that's fun.
Bare hand.
Bare hand washing.
Just rubbing it?
Yeah.
That's washing, or that's.
I think he just, there was no, I don't think
Maybe he's oiling it.
he lost the sponge.
Oh, okay. You know, you're not supposed to use a sponge on a cast iron. I've been told.
I don't know what a cast iron is. What does
Cast
that mean?
iron is like those
Anything ever?
It's those like heavy, you know.
Oh, it's like black.
Yeah, it's like a black heavy thing. People take it camping. It's like a real durable.
Right.
You know, you could let that thing out of flame forever. It'd be fine.
And you let the last meal be the flavor for the next one, right?
Yeah, it's a nice little coating.
Yeah.
So you cook like a burger or something with grease. You kind of just let that remain, and then the next day when you make onions or something, it's everything. It's beautiful. You gotta get a cast iron.
I'm not a cooker. I'm a big Uber Eats.
Ah, that's good. Well, then the cast iron really has no use for you, really, isn't it? Other than it being a weapon.
My meals are like $60 a piece. It's really bad. I don't look. I just hit it, and then later I'll look at it like, oh shit!
Did you say my name?
Working towards
Yeah, he said your name. Oh my god, we're all fucking up.
I think about it at times, because they say if you want to make it in showbiz, you got to be at the right place at the right time, right? And I've never been in the right place at the right time my entire life. Here we are, and like
Let's get the scoop from Chavaro. What'd you think? How'd it go? How'd you hit him?
They're hot, baby. What, does it sound bad?
No, I don't. We're back here bullshit.
No, it sounded like pretty good.
Okay.
Now I'm trying to back down from it. Yeah, it was decent. I got a couple giggles, but
All right, I guess we gotta get ready. These are like bullets. That sucked to be shot. You got shot. What do you think's worse? Burning in a fire or getting shot?
burning.
So you guys should argue. You guys should have a debate.
I'll let him win. That's fine. That's fine first.
I don't know, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Right? You getting that?
this man coming to the stage, you know him. I don't have to tell you what he's done. He's the best man on the planet. Give it up for Joe List, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. That was fun. You didn't clap until I looked at you, which is fun.
I wasn't even on purpose. It just happened to be where my eye, and then she was like, ah, shit. And then you did like a leg clap, a half a clap. She's like, oh, God, I'm caught. Matt's intro for me, that's what I asked him to say. Because you always, when you're going to introduce somebody, you say, what do you want me to say? And I said, tell them I am the best man in the world. It's very important that you tell the crowd I'm the number one person. What's your shirt? What's the staple pigeons? What's that mean? Because it's like the Toronto Blue Jays, but it's not.
It's like a New York brand they do.
Oh, you're my friend from Germany. Yeah. France. Weren't you from Germany before? No, France, because I remember I made fun of you for being like, hey, boo-boo, boo-boo. And I said, you're always here. What happened to your lady?
She's sick tonight.
Oh, no. I love that you have like a Bud Light in her place. As a tribute to my wife, I put her favorite shitty beer in the seat. It's like the athletes, like their parents die, so they leave 2 empty seats when they pitch, you know? You're like, I leave a Coors Light. I'm not good at voices. This is clearly not French. I guess it's like almost French, but also maybe Middle Eastern in a way. I can't really tell what my voice is. I feel like I'm good at making sounds. It's getting to be Mexican a little bit. Ooh, un poco Mexicano. What was that? Was that a what? Oh, it was an alarm. Oh, funny. What's your 9 p.m. alarm? Is it time for bed, or are you waking up? Pills? Yeah. Chlamydia? All right, well, take your meds. Do you ever have that? I had that in my drinking days. I'd be like, I have to wake up early, whatever. I have a flight, and then like at like 11:30, I'm on a flight, and it's like, I'm like, oh, sorry. Normally, I need a reminder to wake up at 11:30 a.m. But 9 p.m. That's really bad. I'm so glad you guys came, because when we walked in, it was just you two. Yeah, I was going to be embarrassed, but I really want to blow up with just like really friendly crowd work. Where I'm like, someone says something, I'm like, what'd you say? And then they're like, oh, just my alarm, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, no problem. All right, and then it's like, coming to a theater near you. By theater, I mean empty comedy club, but I was at the Columbus Funny Bone recently, and I wanted to see how far away the club was from the hotel, so I typed in the directions, and then it came up, it said 4-minute walk, and then on the map it said Columbus Funny Bone, and underneath it said, not too busy. And I was like, thanks, Google Maps, I appreciate it. Like, Google Maps was like, come by if you want, there's like a lot of space if you want to hang out, take a nap, it'll be quiet there, and I'm like, all right. Was that your wife? Did she just die? Because a can fell off the chair. You guys remember? Maybe this stuff is better than you're giving it credit for, because we established that the beer can was in place of his wife, and then a beer can fell, and I asked if she died. You know? I feel like that was a clip. Here comes the heat, folks. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm gonna hit a few out there to you guys. Are you guys all one couple, throuple?
Alarm guy.
You're with the alarm guy.
Yeah.
But just friends.
Oh, you're all friends. Oh, you're with the alarm guy.
No, all friends.
All 4 of you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That was because you brought him in like in a weird. I was like, you guys all fuck, and you're like the alarm guy, and I was like, oh, he fucks, and then you're like, no, we just want you to know that we have another friend here. I got you. You ever try to like you're trying to be nice, but then you say something, you're like, I just ruined this person's life. Have you guys ever had one of those before? I'm sure we've all done it, right? You're saying no? All right, well. I'm sure at some point you tried to compliment him, and you're like, you look, well, and then you say something. Haven't you ever tried to like say something and then you say something bad by accident? I hope your phone broke just then. I hope the screen is shattered into like 50 pieces. I hope it's all fucked up and you have to take it to a place. That'd be so fun. Is it broken? Check it, come on. No? life is all about connecting, don't you think? You know? Like you always want to be like, yeah. Like we have the Equinox. We're two hot guys that go to Equinox. You know? We're always hanging out with hot chicks and another guy behind us just in case. You know what I mean? You and me, when we go out, we take the guy, we put him back. You're like Maverick and Goose back here. You're like, would you mind sitting slightly behind me to the right? And he's like, I thought I'd sit with you guys. No, I'll sit with the two women. I'll sit with the chicks. And then you'll be back there. Anyways, you ever try to connect with someone, then you realize you're talking about totally different things? I was talking to a guy recently, and he was like, he goes, oh man, I am bad with money. And I was like, me too, dude, me too. Like, because you want to be like, let's be bad with money friends. And then he goes, yeah, I went to a casino. I lost $3,000 in an hour. And then I just lost another 1,000, like physically lost it. Like, I don't even know where it is. And I was like, I think you're bad with life. That's different. What I meant when I said I was bad with money, I mean like I'll order delivery twice in the same day. That's what I meant. Like those fees. What happened?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear what? The joke? Why not? You're right there. The fuck is with this lady? It's hilarious that I'm like, you ever accidentally say something mean and inappropriate? And you're like, never. And then you're like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your joke. I was sitting in the front row. I couldn't really. What was it? Could you repeat it for me only? You're a quiet MVP of the show, by the way. Just giggling at everything, not saying anything passive aggressive like these bitches over here. I'm just kidding. Did you guys know Picasso is not Italian? Did you guys know that? Did you think he was Italian?
Yeah.
You did? I think we're like soulmates, bro. I'll rip my pants right now, just for... He has a rip in his pants. That sounded like a weird fucking... I'll rip my pants for you, bro. I thought he was Italian. Did you guys think that? Anybody? You knew. We talked about this before, because you're French. You went to school? Art school. You went to art school?
To the regular school.
Regular school. Well, you're making it seem like everyone that went to school knows where Picasso's from. Did you know where he's from?
I went to school in Europe, but not in America.
In Europe. You're saying Americans are dumb.
No, I would say American school sucks.
American school sucks, yeah. Yeah, but our health insurance is... We really... What we lack in school, we make up for in... healthcare. You know where Picasso's from? You don't. Are you just saying that because you like me more than you like this fucking asshole? Maybe I should do some more crowd work. Get the video, right, Lex? Where are you guys from?
Connecticut.
Oh, nice. Good day, mate. Nothing? Stanford?
No.
Ah. Ba, 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 ba. Probably too young. Hartford used to have a professional hockey team, and they had their own theme song. It was called Brass Bonanza. And it went ba, 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 ba. If you guys were like in your 50s, woo, woo. Yeah. Crowd work, not really my forte. I like to just ask people where they're from, and when they say it, I just give some facts. Hartford, Mark Twain. He lived there. Yeah, I went to his house one time. I had a great joke. I said, Mark Twain, one of the wealthiest people in America. Why did he build his house across from such a bad neighborhood? It was funny, because, of course, it wasn't a bad neighborhood when he lived there. Very clever. Where are you guys from? Where are you from? Greenpoint. Whoa. Did you grow up there? Yeah. Wow. You never hear about people that grew up here, really. I mean, you do, but usually they're like, "Oh, you what's up, guy? Doy?" You know? Wow. You know? Yeah, you tell me, Buster Bow. Where are you from, my friend?
East side of Long Island.
Oh, nice. Whoa, shit. You guys are like fucking, you know what I mean? These are like, we gotta get them. These are like the rich fucking fuck them up. Does it bother you how much? Because it seems like you guys are doing well. You have white pants. You're from Greenpoint. You're from Eastern Long Island. You go to Equinox. Does it bother you how much people hate people with any amount of money?
Yeah, especially because I made it on my own.
Oh, shit. He's one of these guys. Bootstraps Republican. He's a bootstrapped Republican. Let's fuck him up. What does startup mean? The show's over, by the way. The show ended. I'm just a very lonely person. What does that mean? That means you started up the company? Is that all that means?
Yeah, it's like a new company.
So like Major League Baseball was a startup in 1883.
Sure, yeah.
I love baseball, folks. It's a great game. What'd you start up?
It's like this thing. Here's my advertisement.
Yeah. Sell us on this shit.
It's called Night In, and it's like Uber, but for hospitality. So if you want to throw a party, you can see the bartender, see the sommelier, see whoever you want, and kind of like rent them. And they come to your party.
Wow. You're selling humans out on the Eastern Long Island. All right, well. Because I'm always like that. I'm like, what's the deal? Everyone just hates anyone with wealth. And then I'm like, yeah, you're a good guy. You're like, yeah, I take working class people and I sell them to people. I'm like, of all the people I could have asked. You give to charity? You know, I'm trying so hard. I'm really trying to. I bet you cheat on your taxes and shit, too. We're no longer friends. You're out. We got to wrap it up. She's got to get back to her mansion in Greenpoint, and he's got to get back to the Hamptons. He's got 4 houses. Are you guys taking the helicopter back? Is that good? It wasn't bad, right? Will you come just live in my house, just sit there and be like, you got a great girl here. Every time I look over, you're like, this is unbelievable. Even when I was like, some rich people are probably nice, you're like, I don't know. This is great. I don't care. You're like, they don't pay any taxes and they're fucking us. But yeah, that's fine. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a good time. Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you at Equinox.
Joe List, everybody. Give it up for him.
And that's all for this YouTube. I'm going to give you something you could put at the end. And that's all for this episode. Check out next time on a very special episode.